Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. We're off to the supermarkets again this time. More budget beer, I'm afraid. And we're off to Lidl now. And we've got a bottle of their Hatherwood IPA. It's bursting with American hops, so I'm guessing it's going to be an American IPA. On the back it is saying this IPA is a tropical thunderstorm of big flavour, American hops with a distinctive lemon and grapefruit finish. This unblinking classic is underpinned by a subtle malt taste, allowing the bold exploration of frontier flavours. What a load of bollocks. 500ml, 5% and only £1.29. But is it going to be any good? Label's kind of a bit plain and boring. There's the old bottle cap. So let's get it cracked open into my favourite IPA glass, actually, as it happens. White Hag one, as it happens. So yeah, let's get it cracked open, get started and see what we get. Hope you're all good. Today is my Friday. Tomorrow I'm off to a darts exhibition in Bridgnorth. Treated ourselves to VIP tickets. They got 10 players there. So really looking forward to that. Be nice to have a day away with the missus as well. Stopping in Bridgnorth, come back Saturday. So, there we go. A beer in a glass. A real sort of dark amber colour, I would say. Almost malty looking, if you like. Gentle bubbles going up. We've got a good finger and a half of white, well, slightly off white head, but we'll call it white just for old time's sake, if you like. Let's give her a swirl, dive in with the nostrils, see what we get. Not a lot. It is more malty on the nose. You do get subtle sort of citrus notes, but not a lot really. I mean, it says American hops and maybe trying to be an American sort of IPA, but it may well be, but with more of a traditional sort of feel to it. So let's stop waffling on, dive in on Hatherwood's IPA. Cheers. All sorts going on there, really. Definitely a bit more going on in the mouth than on the nose. Let's go in again. Average body. I think with it being quite malty, I think that gives it more of a heavier sort of feel. Not massively carbonated, but not non-existent, if you know what I mean. Some beers are almost non-existent. This isn't so wild in the mouth as, say, a lager, but there's a bit of fizz in there. Mouth feels sort of okay, sort of what you know what you sort of expect from a beer of this price and what have you. On the taste, I think there's quite a bit going on with it, you know. Well, I say quite a bit, there's a few bits going on. Let's put it that way. It's £1.29 from Lidl. Now, for me, you're met with quite a big, I would say, sort of big sort of lemon sort of hit. On the first couple of mouthfuls, that was all you got, was this sort of I might be harsh saying this, but a little bit of a harsh sort of citrus note. The more I've had of it, although that's still sort of there at the front, the maltiness is a bit more prominent now. It is quite bold on the malt, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sort of lemon, grapefruit. It's sort of, I'm thinking grapefruit, and it says grapefruit, but it doesn't feel completely like grapefruit. I don't know, but you are left with that grapefruit bitterness. But yeah, lemon, grapefruit sort of comes in. The maltiness comes behind it. Slightly sweet, that maltiness, and it's quite a rich maltiness. The grapefruit sort of bitterness comes in. And then just behind that, what I think you get, the maltiness kicks into almost like biscuit cracker. Let's have another mouthful. So lemon, grapefruit, maltiness is there. The bitterness is kicking in. And yeah, it's not so prominent now on the back end as it was, but it was leaving like a nice little biscuits stroke cracker kind of malt feel in the mouth. And then you would have that, but that bitterness would still be lingering from the grapefruit. So what do I think of it? For £1.29, it's cheap. I got the bloody scratching to get in. At £1.29 for a 500ml bottle, it's cheap. It's got a big sort of traditional sort of feel to it for me. I'm not completely convinced that it feels... It doesn't feel a little bit synthetic. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but bearing in mind I've drunk a lot of sort of higher end, if you like, sort of American IPAs and IPAs. So at £1.29, I suppose it is going to feel a little bit rough around the edges. But for your average drinker, your average, I go in Lidl's for my normal shopping and I pick up a load of their beers, it's probably going to be something that most people are going to like. Shut up, cat. Give me a minute. Yeah. So for me, I mean, it's not dishwater. I can drink it. Is it the nicest one out there? Not by a long way. Expect a traditional sort of style IPA. But if you like these sort of things, you like a bit of sort of old school stuff, give it a go. It's all right. You can't moan at £1.29. So there you are. They're my thoughts on it. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers. And I do love the cat, really. I'm going to sort it out now.